Hey, it's Devon Iker from Retirement Wellness SA. Now, I know it sounds counterintuitive because I'm a huge fan of retirement annuities, what they can bring to you, and not just in terms of value, but in terms of growing your wealth, the tax benefits. It's just a powerhouse of a vehicle. But then you might be wondering why we're doing today's video. And today's video talks to you about not starting a retirement annuity, thinking twice before you start up a retirement annuity. Now, if you know all the benefits of that retirement annuity, why would you even think twice about it? As I've shared with you already, the retirement annuity provides you with tax relief, which means you're able to get refunds on your taxes every single year because of you contributing to that retirement annuity. Or in addition to that, the growth that's inside your retirement annuity is taxed at zero, which means you're able to build wealth without having to lose anything to tax. Plus, it provides you with a lot of estate duty features, which means at the time that you pass away, that money doesn't form part of your estate in most instances, in which case it creates you're able to leave a legacy behind without having that fear that a lot of it gets lost to SARS or to government. So knowing all of those elements, knowing how powerful that retirement annuity is, why is it that you should think twice before you start up that retirement annuity? And this is what we're going to get through in today's session. So we know that your retirement annuity is a vehicle that allows you to start saving from now, we'll call it year one, up to your retirement age. And in my example, let's assume your retirement age is 55, which means, and let's assume that you are 30 right now. So from 30 to age 55, we know there's a 25-year gap that's there in your retirement annuity. It's quite a long time for you to save, and this is ideal because it provides you with discipline. So it forces you to have that money kept aside for your retirement. However, you might also notice that there's another vehicle, we'll call this RA here. There's another vehicle that runs parallel to this, and that vehicle can also offer you the same facility. Running at age 30, you could access it at age 55. However, most people tend to access it at the retirement age of 60, perhaps 63, or 65. It can vary. But notice that the structure of this is the same. So in a retirement annuity, it's a vehicle that's conditioning you for saving for your retirement. And that's over a period of time. It's also ensuring that you are using that money for your retirement. It's sort of forcing you, because we can't, in extreme circumstances, you can access it prematurely, but most often we can't. And then, as I mentioned, you're getting certain incentives by contributing to this. And the second vehicle provides you with the same strategy. So if you look at how this is designed, it's designed in the same way. It's contributions over that period, also allowing you access at age 55. You're still able to grow your capital without having the tax consequences, and you're still able to enjoy all the other benefits that come part and parcel of the retirement annuity. Now, what vehicle is this? You know this one already. It's a pension fund or a provident fund. Now, at the moment, are you contributing to one of those vehicles? So are you contributing to a pension fund or provident fund? Good. If you are, that's great, because then it means that you already have started your journey. And the beauty here is the contributions in your pension fund or provident fund are likely to be more than what you are investing in your retirement annuity. And why I say this is, with a retirement annuity, there's just one person contributing here. So it's just you that contribute. It's just you paying the premiums here. Whereas inside of a pension fund, it's you contributing. And in addition to that, you could have your company that's making a portion payment towards. So now you've got two people contributing towards us, which means that the growth inside this can escalate a lot faster because the contributions are higher. From a cost perspective, that's something else that you want to pay attention to, because usually the cost inside this vehicle, a lot of it is covered by the company, which can then create a value for you. And even though there are costs that come to you, this is usually spread amongst many people that belong to that pension fund or that provident fund. So if you have a look at what I'm sharing here, it means that you've got the option of starting up a retirement annuity on your own. But in addition to that, you have the option of continuing or increasing the contributions inside your pension fund or your provident fund. So it's not necessary that you have to start this. Now, you could approach your HR and ask them to do an incremental increase of your pension fund or provident fund, maybe a 0.5% increase of your salary, in which case you're still contributing more towards your retirement fund. By doing that, you're not having to start up a new policy. And by not starting up a new RA, it means that you don't have to incur the costs associated to an RA. So as you can imagine, the RA is going to have its own set of admin costs. Your pension provident fund will have its own set of admin costs. If you just have one vehicle that's designed to give you the same outcome at the end, what a pleasure. You're just having one cost that's associated behind it. Now, I know on the back of your mind, you might be worrying about tax. So if this is a strategy that we can adopt from a tax perspective, how would that work? Because wouldn't SARS have found a way around this for them to navigate it? Well, that's the whole reason we're doing this. I'm doing this video with you. I'm going to open the SARS tax guide to show you how SARS treats money that's coming from a retirement source. And this will sort of give you an understanding why, from a tax perspective, it doesn't really matter which route you adopt. As long as you're contributing to some retirement vehicle, you're going to get the same value. So this is the tax guide for 2022. I want you to make sure that you're looking at the latest tax guide when you're viewing it. You can see this one is from SARS. And I want to get to the part where they talk about retirement fund contributions. Here we go. So these are retirement fund contributions. And you can see here in a little bit of fine print, it says amounts contributed to a pension fund, provident fund, and a retirement annuity. See, during that year of assessments, all of that contribute towards this deduction. So from the perspective of SARS, they are not so focused on which vehicle you are using to save money for retirement in order to give you the tax break. All that they are focused on is that you are saving in some kind of retirement vehicle. And notice they've been very clear with how they have worded it. Retirement fund contributions. This does not say retirement annuity contributions. It doesn't say pension fund contributions or provident fund contributions. They've made this general deliberately because they've given you an allowance. You see, 27.5% of the total. So it doesn't matter whether you're contributing to pension fund, provident fund, or retirement annuity. The total pool is what they're focusing on. So let's do a quick recap of the difference between the two. We'll hop over to the iPad. When making your decision, you want to focus on what you have currently with your pension fund or your provident fund. If you already have these vehicles in place, then it's not necessary for you to start up a new retirement annuity. You could always increase the contributions here, and that could be done incrementally. By doing that, you're able to save the admin costs and any other associated costs that would come up with the retirement annuity, which naturally, if you are paying less costs, will promote better growth. It also means you are adding more towards this investment. So you've got one vehicle, you're adding a lot more inside of that vehicle, which can grow a lot faster and a lot better. The next thing is from a time perspective, both the retirement annuity and the pension fund operate in a similar style because you can access money around about the same period. There are instances where it might be advisable to use a retirement annuity, and that is if you have a lump sum of money, so you have 100,000, you want to invest that for your retirement, then we'd want to put that inside a retirement annuity because there might be restrictions around adding that to your pension fund or provident fund. Also, if you know that you want to access some money at 55, but your company retirement age is age 60, that's when we might want to do a retirement annuity. But let me tell you that once you set the discipline in place, that you are saving for a specific period, when you lock yourself inside of this vehicle, it then forces you to save for your retirement. And if you check with any retiree, nobody complains about having more money in their retirement. In fact, it's the exact opposite. People tend to complain when they don't have enough. One other benefit I want to share with you is when you have the vehicles separated, sometimes there's a tendency to access the money here, and it tends to get used for things that are not needed. Whereas if it's inside one large vehicle, or if you can access the two at the same time, then it can be used towards your retirement, and the income that you're collecting will be much better. I hope you found this video extremely helpful and insightful. Either which way, I still want you to contribute to some kind of retirement savings because the value behind it is phenomenal. Please give me a thumbs up if it has been helpful. Remember to post your comments below to let me know how it's been, and also to subscribe to the YouTube channel so you get to know the videos as soon as I put them out.